However, in this short video we're going to look at formulae, how to use them and how to change the subject of a formula. Let's look at using formulae first. Here's a formula. A formula will be given to you in the exam. Now, how do we go about using the formula? Well, the first thing we do is we substitute these values that are given into the formula. So we write m equals square root of, I replace n with -8. Notice I put it in brackets because we should always do that with negative numbers. Take away 5. 5p means 5 times whatever p is. In this instance it's 3. All over. Let's have a look. What have we got? Q, which is 18, plus 4. 4r means 4 times whatever r is, and in this case it's -1. Right, now how do we proceed? Well, we do brackets first. We're using BIDMAS. Now the brackets, there's some hidden brackets here. When we have the root sign containing more than one thing, there's a bracket around it. So we're going to work that out first. As there's more than one thing going on, we're going to have to work systematically through the contents of that bracket. Now within the bracket we've got squaring, taking away, and multiplication. We'll do the squaring first. -8 times -8, or -8 squared, is going to be -64, which is equivalent to +64. Two minuses with nothing in between become plus. And we might as well do the multiplication as well, because it's not going to affect a thing. 5 times 3 is 15, and we had a minus sign in front. Actually, we may as well carry on with some work on the bottom as well. What have we got here? We've got an addition and a multiplication, so we do the multiplication first. So we've got 18 plus -4. Two symbols that are different with nothing in between, we can change to 1, and that 1, because they're different, is minus. Now, let's turn our attention back to the top. We've got +64 take away 15, +64 take away 15 is 49. And we may as well work out the bottom expression as well. 18 take away 4 is 14. Now, what's the square root of 49? It's a square number, so the square root of 49 is 7. So our answer is 7 over 14, which simplifies to a half. So, to recap, work methodically through this or any other formula using BIDMAS, and remember that symbols such as the root sign, if there's more than one thing inside it, they're equivalent of a bracket inside. And work out the numerator, the top expression, and the bottom expression, and then simplify it if it's a fraction. Now, let's look at something far harder. Changing the subject. We use the same technique we use in solving equations and inequalities. We move, manipulate the symbols, and try and end up with x on its own. That's what we mean by making x the subject. So let's go through the first simple one. Move the number to the other side, and in doing so it becomes subtract equals 3x. Then, as we do when we're solving equations, you take, whoops, a daisy, let's get rid of that. Didn't improve matters, did it? We take the coefficient and it becomes the denominator. So it's y minus 7 all over 3 is equal to x. And x is now on its own and is the subject. Let's look at example 2. 7y equals 2x minus 3, and we're going to make x the subject. I've got a denominator here, so let's first get rid of that by multiplying the whole expression by 5. 7y times 5 is 35y. 2x minus 3, all divided by 5 times 5 becomes 2x minus 3. And then we proceed as with example 1. Move any numbers that are added or subtracted to the other side, so we get 35y plus 3. Yeah, because it had a minus sign here, it's the only time we add it when we move it, equals 2x. And as we did in the previous one, our final act is to take the coefficient of x, the number in front, and put it underneath. So 35y plus 3 all over 2 equals x. And there we have it, our rearranged formula with x as the subject. Now, what about this more complex looking one? Well, again, we've got a denominator, so I'm going to get rid of that by multiplying the whole formula, equation if you will, by 4, and we get 32x plus 36 equals 2y times 4 is 8y. 3x divided by 4 times 4 is 3x. Now what do we do here? Well, we've got x's on both sides, so we're going to get those together. So our next line is 32x plus 3y plus 36 equals 8y. Gather together the the x terms to give us 35x plus 36 equals 8y. And now it's a bit more resembles the earlier two. Move the number away to give us 35x equals 8y. Take away 36, and I didn't leave myself enough room here, so let's just move this. These are all filmed live. You'd never believe it, would you? And as we've done in the previous two, we take the coefficient of x and make it the denominator. So x equals 8y minus 36 all over 35. Now, what about this beastie here? Just move this one so I don't encounter the same problems. Right, so how do we proceed? Well, we've got no denominator to get rid of, so I suppose that's one simplification. We'll get all the x's together. So our next line is ax plus 7y minus bx equals plus 4. Now I can't do anything. I can't take bx, b lots of x, away from ax. So all I can write is this, putting them closer together, plus 7y equals plus 4. When you've got more than one term containing x that you can't simplify, we factorize. So we take out the common factor, x, and we get a minus b plus 7y equals plus 4. Right, I'm now going to move this term here to the other side to give me x, a minus b equals 4 plus 4. Take away 7y. Now, notice how I finish. I take this expression that x is multiplying. If you will, it's the thing that x is being multiplied by, depends which way you look at things, and I put it underneath. It becomes my denominator expression. So we finish off with x equals plus 4, take away 7y, all over a minus b. Now, but the last couple, don't worry. Bit of forward planning would have saved you having to endure and waste another minute or so. Right. We're going to make x the subject, but x in this instance is the denominator. So as we did with getting rid of fractions, the first thing I did is multiply everything by, multiply everything by x. So we get xy equals 3m plus n. And now it's quite simple. We take the thing that's stopping x being alone and on its own, and the subject, we make that the denominator. So we get x equals 3m plus n all over x. And our last two involve squaring and square roots. Let's deal with square roots first. Now, a bit like denominators, we get rid of it first. So what I'm going to do is, and you should write this in the exam, I'm going to square SQ both sides. And that gives me 16, that's 4 squared, p squared, that's p times p squared, equals 2x minus 5. So you get rid of any square root signs that contain your the thing you want to make subject ASAP. Now, I then move that to the other side, so it becomes 16p squared plus 5 equals 2x, and we then just take the coefficient and put it underneath. It becomes the denominator. So 16p squared plus 5 all over 2 equals x. And now the last one, where we've got square root, the square, a square of the variable I'm trying to make the subject. So let's just ignore that squaring for the moment. So we just move all the terms we don't want to the other side. So we get m plus 4t, take away 9a, equals 3x squared, or plus 3x squared. Then we take this, the coefficient of the term that contains x, and make it the denominator. So it's m plus 4t minus 9a all over 3 equals x squared. Now in the exam, you're probably not far away from getting full marks. There's perhaps one or even, perhaps 1 or 2 marks to be gained. How do we finish this off and make x the subject? Well, we square root the whole expression. So we get m plus 4t minus 9a all over 3. Okay, thank you for listening. I'm sorry I couldn't keep it below 5 minutes. In fact, it's now almost 10 minutes. Anyway, thank you for listening.